So, I totally broke my dominant hand, and it super sucks. I'm not gonna lie. However, my family and friends have been having such a great time with it that I couldn't help but share it with you guys. So, that's what we're gonna do today. And we're not gonna talk about how this occurred because it's rather embarrassing. I'm just gonna leave this up to your guys' wildest imaginations. In fact, that's how we can play with the algorithm today. In the comment section down below, please compose a short story describing the scene depicted above. Now, I have a couple ideas for some fun content related to Kurt's Cripple, and if you've got ideas, then sound off in the comment section down below, and I'll take a look at them, see if they're feasible. And no, I am not shooting a 50 Action Express Desert Eagle with a broken hand. That is just not nice. I've seen that requested several places, and what is wrong with you people? But today's video is the top 10 things that I have found most challenging with a broken dominant hand. Most of these are going to be lifestyle related things. However, there are two firearms specific ones. This is a gun channel after all. Though I'm going to save towards the end. And I promise that this actually has a purpose to it. It's not just me making rage content here. So stick tuned till the end, and I think I've got a pretty good message. But before we do, we have to hear from today's sponsor, which is Sonoran Desert Institute. Have you ever thought about pursuing a career in the firearms industry? Or perhaps wanted to learn more about a particular discipline as it relates to guns? Maybe you've just suddenly found yourself with an overabundance of time and you're rethinking your life and how you got here. If any of that is you, then perhaps an educational foundation might be something you want to look into. Sonoran Desert Institute is a DEAC accredited online college focusing on programs and courses pertinent to firearms. So if you're into gun repair, ballistics, or learning about firearms, SDI might be something you want to look into. They even have funding plans and payment options available for anybody who doesn't have a pile of money laying around, like most of us. To catch up with them, you can find them at sdi.edu, or you can call them directly for more information at 1-800-MESO. Sorry about that. I'll have the number listed in the description box down below. I don't even know. Do people even call each other anymore? I mean, I have a broken hand, and today is my birthday, and my mom didn't even call me. This is Curtis trying to get you to go over to SDI so that they'll do more ads this year. Special thanks to SDI. Number 1, folding T-shirts. I did not realize how much wrist action was actually required to fold a T-shirt. And basically the best that I could do, which was suggested to me by my girlfriend, was just lay them in a pile on the floor. When have you ever gotten permission from a woman to look like trash? Number 2, anything that requires a fork and knife. I have long said that if I ever lost my right hand that I would starve to death. And I was correct because, well, I'll just go to the video. Ooh. Number 3, while we're on the topic of food, any condiments that require 2 hands to operate, you might as well just forget it. I've gotten so many condiments on my face in the last week or so, and let me tell you what, people will excuse you for doing the thing with the mustard packet and get it on your face, yellow, right? Dude's got mustard on his face. They look at you very strangely when it's mayo. But the hardest one is definitely the pepper shakers that have the fresh crushed pepper type thing. Forget it. It's almost impossible. Driving a manual transmission. Dude, I got it. It's completely safe. Relax. No, it's fine. Lifting weights. So basically only little white girl workouts.
I might as well go to Pink now. Pick out some yoga pants.
Putting on deodorant.
Hi, guys.
I have requested more than one person to put deodorant on me. How to put this one? Wiping. Now, this one actually impacts the channel a little bit, so I will apologize in advance. Running a camera and editing, fairly challenging. We're still going to do stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's just everything takes so much longer. It's almost impossible to edit with a broken mouse hand. Especially, there's lots of commands that need both hands, and it's tough. But here's some video from a night shoot that we did, and I was super sour about it because I didn't get to participate. Now onto the first of two gun things, loading pistol magazines. Now, I have taken lots of training courses from multiple instructors on a variety of disciplines dealing with firearms. And in a lot of courses, there are concentrations on one-handed manipulations of firearms. I'm actually pretty decent at the one-handed manipulation offhand, loading the actual firearm with one hand, like an injury simulation. Only mine's no longer a simulation. However, getting the bullets in the pistol magazine to get to that point when you're on the range, that is relatively challenging. So anything, especially like a Glock or an M&P magazine, anything that is a double stack to single stack magazine instead of a true double stack magazine, forget it, guys. Like, it is challenging. I have a hack or two. If you've got a bead on a pistol magazine loader that only requires one hand to operate, please let me know.
Colt stick mag, got a pro tip here for you. Just put the round on the table like this, take the mag, press down, easy.
Do that with a Glock magazine.
And then lastly, and most importantly, the whole reason that I did this video is because I have a new perspective on something. And this is something that I have said previously, and I think many of us have said previously, but we just kind of said it as like a talking point and then kind of like threw it away, and we'll revisit it later. And that is these guys right here, these pistol stabilizing braces. You'll notice that this thing has a strap around the back of it. And from a defensive standpoint, that strap really doesn't do you a whole lot of good as far as like being able to get that on in a timely manner. I have some video that are rolling here of a gun that doesn't technically exist as of the filming of today's video. But the design intention is that you will wrap this around your arm, and then you can therefore shoot the thing one-handed when it's a little bit heavier of a unit. I believe that this absolutely is a thing for one-handed manipulations by pressing it into the shoulder. Now, we've had some stink in the past about regulatory agencies being upset about the fact that we've got this press to the shoulder, operating this as a rifle or redesigning this as a rifle, and that it cannot be further from the truth. I am operating this one-handed, but I'm using the brace to stabilize this against the shoulder and the arm because I can't hold this two-handed. I don't have the dexterity with my left. My offhand is not well trained enough to be able to do this because I don't do it all the time. From a Americans with disabilities standpoint, that the stance that you cannot shoulder this, or that a pistol with a stabilizing brace could any way, shape, and form be something that the government is not okay with, is absolutely discriminatory. Again, it was all that I could do to accurately shoot a firearm like this with a pistol stabilizing brace with one hand, my left hand, my offhand, because this one is broken. I literally can't even get it up there. I can't grip with it. I can barely pick up that stick of deodorant earlier in the video. I could barely pick it up with this hand to be able to put it in the vise that I used to be able to apply it. This right here, this thing, and being able to shoulder this thing is absolutely part of your self-defense Second Amendment rights.
Don't you be judging me.